Well, hello there, and welcome to your monthly numerology here at Readings at the Round Table. I'm Jennifer, and I am a little hesitant about March, but it's coming whether I want it to or not, right? But let me tell you, March 2025 is coming in with a roar. I mean, a roar. Okay, so the first day of March, March 1st, we are kicking it off in like real time with Venus going retrograde in Aries. Venus is going to be retrograde until April 12th, and it is going to retrograde, excuse me, it is going to retrograde back into Pisces later on in March. On March 3rd, we have Mercury moving into Aries. Now, this is a good thing because Mercury is not overly fond of being in Pisces. It rules, Virgo and Gemini. So being in Sagittarius and being in Pisces is not comfortable because it's opposing the signs that it rules. So Pisces is not the most comfortable place for Mercury. So it is good that Mercury's moving into Aries. But there's more on Mercury this month. Of course, on March 4th and March 5th, we have Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, and then Ash Wednesday. So I just wanted to throw that in just for fun. And another just for fun, on the 9th of March, we have Daylight Savings Time. So I know not everyone does that. Like in the U.S., I'm finding that out. But it's happening in some places in the U.S., Daylight Savings Time. So don't forget to set your clocks ahead. On the 14th, okay, here's a big one. On the 14th of March, we have a full moon in Virgo that is hitting its peak at 2:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is also the lunar eclipse. So we have Virgo and Pisces moving into the ecliptic, and Aries and Libra moving out. All right, because North Node went into Pisces in January, so that puts South Node in Virgo. This is our first one in Virgo and Pisces. So the full moon in Virgo with the lunar eclipse on the 14th is like putting us in that different ecliptic, that different feel. On the 15th, just after that powerful full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, Mercury goes retrograde in Aries, and Mercury will be retrograde until April 7th. On a side note, this is the Ides of March. So it's kind of interesting because there's a lot of superstition around March 15th, around March 15th, because that's supposed to be the day that Julius Caesar was assassinated. And there's a lot of other superstitions around the Ides of March, but I just thought I would let you know, Mercury is going retrograde in Aries on that day. I know. It's insane. On the 17th, of course, we have St. Patrick's Day. And on the 20th, we have the sun moving into Pisces. The sun moving into Aries. What is wrong with me? There is a total party going on in Pisces. So if you have a lot of stuff happening in Pisces in your chart, you need to be aware of this. If you have sun, moon, or rising, or just a lot of planets in Pisces in your chart, you need to be aware of this because there is a total party in Pisces, like right now. And all the way through March, to be honest with you. Okay, so back to this. On the 20th, the sun moves into Aries, not Pisces, and it's also the spring equinox. Wow, love that. Love it. It is also International Astrology Day. Go hug your astrologer. Go buy your astrologer a cup of coffee. I'm just kidding. I just think it's a lot of fun. Okay, so on the 27th, I told you there was more going on with Venus. On the 27th, Venus retrogrades back into Pisces, and on the 29th, Mercury retrogrades back into Pisces. So again, as I said, there's a party going on in Pisces. And also on the 29th, we have a new moon in Aries that hits its peak at 6:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's also the solar eclipse. So we're moving off of the ecliptic of Aries and Libra, and we're moving into the Pisces Virgo ecliptic. So you can see that with the lunar eclipse that we have in Virgo, in the full moon in Virgo, and you'll see it in the fall when we go through the eclipses then as well. On the 30th, here's a kicker. Neptune, who rules Pisces, is moving into Aries. Now, Neptune moves very slowly, if I'm not mistaken, 14 years. Yes. Yeah, Neptune moves every 14 years. Just wanted to double check my notes. So Neptune has been in Pisces, which it rules, for the last 14 years. It's moving into Aries for a short period of time, and then he's going to retrograde back into Pisces for a little bit before moving into Aries again for the next 14 years. So that's a big deal. And we're going to talk more about that. I have like a whole video planned on that. So just letting you know. Okay, so we're ending March with 5 planets with North Node in water, 2 in air, 2 in earth with South Node, and 2 in fire. Yeah, party in Pisces. That's all I'm saying. So we have the Sun and Neptune in Aries, Uranus in Taurus, Jupiter is in Gemini, Mars is in Cancer, and thank goodness, like, Mars is going direct on the 23rd of February. Oh my gosh. So happy about that. Then we have South Node in Virgo, Aquarius is hosting Pluto, and Pisces has North Node, Saturn, Venus, and Mercury. Yeah, it's a good time. All right, so I want to tell you what the crystal of the month is. I'm so excited about this. It's so pretty, and I have to move all my notes and stuff. So before I do that, I do want to tell you I will be pulling from the usual cards this month. The Goddess Guidance, the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck and Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin, Boland. I just love these cards, even with my coffee spilled on it right there. Yeah, I love these cards. So I will be pulling from those cards for the advice cards for March. And I think I can get this. Let's see. Okay, yeah. How about that? Okay, here we go. So, the crystal of the month is petrified wood. And I don't have that many pieces of petrified wood because it seems to sell really quickly. I don't know what it is, but in my booth, this stuff sells like hotcakes. It's amazing. So I picked up these pieces all at this wonderful Natural Treasures Incorporated. They're out of Pittsburgh. I picked them up from, I picked these up from them. These are so beautiful. They are so these are wonderful because they've definitely been polished. And I love that you can see like the different colors and the different textures in these. Here's 2 small pieces. And you can really see like there's a lot of different colors. Most of them are like sort of this reddish brown color, but there are light browns, there's blacks, there's like, this one has both light brown and red in it. There's even like little streaks of white here and there. They're absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I jumped the gun and put my notes down because I wanted to read this. The petrified wood is an energetic cleanse. It promotes balance and calmness. It grounds energy. It dissolves emotional fears, and it encourages inner peace. I think this is so important, like really during this time when we have Mercury and Venus, like both retrograde in Aries, both going back into Pisces. There's a lot of things like happening right now that I feel like we need some balance, and I feel like this is it's also a year of release. It's a year of the 9. I may have mentioned this once or twice, but I think this is a pretty important thing to have this emotional cleanse. Also, it's coming right after that really powerful new moon in Pisces that I was talking about. And I don't know how much I mentioned of it in February. I mean, I may talk about it on my live show. I'm not sure. But here, let me switch this. But the thing is, this Pisces new moon is really, really important. It is like an emotional new beginning. It is a spiritual, like, fresh start, new beginning. And it is a powerful time for you to manifest. But you do have to clean out the clutter before you start bringing in new stuff. And I love this because this, if we haven't hit it by the time that you're watching this, the Pisces new moon is on the 27th. So it's it's really, really important. I mean, it's a great, powerful moon, and Pisces and Virgo are on the ecliptic now. So again, it puts Pisces more front and center, more as like the main character, you know, and Virgo, you know, as the main character. But I mean, come on, I'm a Virgo. Who isn't the main character if you're a Virgo, right? I mean, yeah. So anyway, all this lovely petrified wood, I think that this is so beautiful. I think it's a great emotional cleanser. And it also, the book that I pulled, the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards, you know, I usually read from those. It also connects us with our ancestors. It connects us with our roots. And I think that's so great because, again, it helps ground us. This is a strong strong grounding stone and centering crystal. It assists in connecting you with the tree spirits to receive deep wisdom and healing from your ancestors. It awakens the deep knowledge that lies within the blood and bones of your ancestry. It assists in realizing any old ancestral karma brought down through the bloodline. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So let me know what you guys think about it. Again, this card is such a perfect illustration of how different each piece of petrified wood, I feel like, is just very, very unique. Yes. And speaking of unique, let's see what your individual numerology is for this fantastic and very motivating month of March. Hello, Life Path 3. Well, coming back after a little coffee mishap with my fearless and fun-loving Mercury. I mean, she's retreated from me because, like, I don't know if you can see this. Coffee all over me. It was everywhere. On my face. You know, I love that. She didn't ruin the lashes, though, so we're good. All right, Life Path 3, let's get into March. Oh my gosh. So March for you is going to be a 6 month. Now, I want to start by just saying that there is a lot of stuff going on in March, as I said in the intro. But the thing is, you specifically, you are all about communication. You're all about, like, sharing your thoughts and your authentic feelings, and you're all about communication. You need to watch yourself this month because we have Mercury retrograde. Nothing new there, right? I mean, Mercury retrograde happens like all the time. But the thing is, you definitely need to watch yourself while you are trying to communicate with other people during this Mercury retrograde, because not only is it Mercury retrograde, but we're compounding it with a Venus retrograde that only happens every couple of years. So what we're looking at here is watching how you do express your authentic voice freely, because that's the mantra of the 3, right? The mantra of the 3 is I am creativity, vibrant expression, sharing my authentic voice freely. I just want you to be aware of some of the stuff that's happening in March. That's all. Just want to share that. And you still don't have to get too pessimistic. That's your shadow side. You know, your shadow side here is like judging of others and yourself too harshly, unable to speak your truth or communicate freely, which leads to pessimism, exaggerations, and being gossipy. That may be what you start feeling led to do in this month, is being a little gossipy. It's not advisable. It's not advisable. Why don't you express yourself creatively through art or writing during this month? Just a thought, not a requirement, but just be aware that this is what's going on. Because this is a 6 month for you, you definitely need to be aware of the whole Venus retrograde thing, okay? Because 6 is all about family. Yes. You know, that vibration of the 6, it loves a happy home. It definitely wants like compassion in the home. It wants like a happy life and that connection. 6 is a lot of partnerships here. So you see that too with 6's other counterpart, the 33, which is it definitely wants partnerships. It likes to have like company. Yeah. So this is a time of family. It's a time of community. It's a time of being a counselor and being a good friend. Again, 6 has something in common with you because 6 likes to be able to speak its truth. That vibration of the 6 is all about speaking your truth, but being compassionate and generous along the way. Because when you're speaking your truth in a 6 vibration, it's because the 6 vibration is trying to teach mutual love and respect to everyone. Which leads me to the mantra of the 6, which is I am compassionate and generous, inspiring mutual love, respect, and truth. Yeah. 6 is very much about harmony. It is definitely marriage, harmony, partnerships. And when I say like marriage and harmony, I'm talking about the yin and yang, that kind of balance, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark. It's important to keep those things like balanced during this time. The thing about it is, and I've said this in a couple of other videos today, because I batch my videos, but I've said this in a couple of other videos. The important thing is to maybe focus on the relationships that you already have, polishing them up, reevaluating, reorganizing, looking at those relationships that you already have, the partnerships that you already have. Because we don't want to start new partnerships during this time. We don't want to start new relationships during a Venus retrograde. It's not advisable. Yeah. The lesson of the 6 is to be patient, accepting, and to speak our truth without judgment or desire for a specific outcome. And when I say without judgment, I mean, again, the 6 and the 3 really tie in well with each other. But when I say without judgment, I mean without judgment for ourselves or for other people. Very important component there. Very important. The shadow side of the the shadow side of the 6 vibration is to be alone without feeling lonely. Which again is why this may be a time when you need to work on the current relationships you have, the current partnerships you have, whether they're romantic, family, friendships, or business even. But work on those partnerships, work on ironing out like some of the things that are going on, working out some of the bugs, because this is not a time to start new stuff. But I definitely feel like this is it's still going to be a very good month. It still has a lot of good energy around it if we choose to embrace that. Yeah. Some of the other shadow sides of the 6 vibration is taking on extra responsibility. And that's not necessarily where we need to be, because taking responsibility for other people or for other people's actions is not, it's not necessarily good. It's not good for the person that you're taking the responsibility for, and it's not necessarily good for you, because that's adding extra weight, adding extra responsibility to yourself. And then what if you're looking for like a specific outcome for that? If you take responsibility for somebody else's actions or whatever's going on with them, you are changing you're changing your vibration completely. You're changing your trajectory. Stay in your lane. Don't take on extra responsibility that's not yours. You can be there to help people, but you don't have to take it on. Yeah, I know. It's just really, it's all over the place. It is. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is going to be a bit of an all over the place month. It is. Because it's, again, Venus retrograde doesn't happen all the time. I'm so grateful for it not happening all the time. But it's every couple of years, you know, give or take. But it's, yeah, I feel like it's intense. I mean, people talk about Mercury retrograde, but the Venus retrograde is like a heavy hitter. All right, let's see what card we get for you in the advice area. All I keep seeing is this stain on my shirt from the coffee, but what are you gonna do? Ooh, okay, I always say this name wrong. Always. Skemet, be strong. I love this. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. I really need to put my glasses on. I mean, y'all. Oh. Okay, there we go. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. I think that is very appropriate for you. I mean, with Mercury and Venus retrograde. And I don't feel like retrogrades are bad. I don't feel like they are like I used to. But I used to go, oh my gosh, retrograde. You know, but I don't feel that way as much anymore because we got a life to live, right? But I think that we do have to have those moments where we rethink things, where we reestablish something, reevaluate. You know, it's the time. Rethink. Yeah, definitely. We all need that, don't we? Oh, crap. Oh, well, we'll just take this one. New moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Wow. Okay. It jumped out. I felt like it was appropriate. Okay, new moon, new moon. Here we go. All right, new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. You know, that's funny because Venus rules Taurus, and Venus does rule our financial, like our financial thinking. It rules finances as well, our money. Okay, sorry. This card suggests that you have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, well, like I said, And this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's another, Venus also rules our relationships. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. Give or get a massage. Healthy body, healthy mind. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I mean, that's just, it's good news. It's good news, Life Path 3. Thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 3. I hope you have a marvelous March. I'm trying to come up with other M adjectives. Yeah, I'm running out, and it's only Life Path 3. But I hope you have a marvelous, marvelous March. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.